Shane Vitaly. I design jewelry, I'm an entrepreneur, and I don't know, I think the best way to describe it is I wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of different stuff.
Oh, you didn't mean actual hats. That's why. Oh. Oh.
Two-finger rings are kind of how we started. Oh, well, it's 100% how we started, actually. It was really organic. I was backpacking through Southeast Asia, so I just sketched something. I'm really, really bad at drawing, too, to be honest, but I sketched a really bad drawing and got a guy to make it for me, and it turned out okay, but like I kind of had fun doing it, so I just kept doing it, and then it just kind of went from there. People started asking for them, and a store on Queen Street was like, can you make more? Can you get more? And then just, yeah, it went from there.
Wait, two-arm hug. Two-arm hug. Oh.
You know, like I grew up a skateboarder, snowboarder kind of guy, and like, you know, all the brands that I looked up to, they all had their teams. And now we're building a team and it's pretty crazy. We're the first jewelry brand that I know of ever to sponsor pro athletes, especially extreme athletes. Our team is ridiculous right now. It's insane too, like all these people are huge, huge, huge athletes that like we shouldn't be able to get on our team, but because it's jewelry, they're just like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Someone else is here?
Yeah.
Can I come with? Who is it?
There's another door.
Oh.
I guess we'll just all chill around the table and start kind of shooting the shit about how we're gonna design a piece. Admittedly, I've never worked with anybody on a piece before, so working with like 10 people is gonna be crazy.
You're gonna design one piece with this many brains?
Yeah, we'll see, it's gonna be mental.
Just kidding, positive vibes, let's go.
So I was like, you know, I could go and I could design something, but I think it'd be really cool to bring them all together and everybody kind of has their input and we can do something that's like, you know, actually a team effort. So I think that's kind of how my brand has always been built, is just working with my friends. All right, sick. All right, well, step one done. Our creative director, he's the guy who's done all the photography for us from the start. He's just incredible. All the brand photography.
Yeah, your website has a very like vibe to it.
You know, we've really figured out our aesthetic, so that helps a lot.
And every guy is like tattooed and has to have a beard.
You know, to be honest, that's calculated. At first anyway, not so much anymore, but at first it was a challenge to convince men to wear jewelry. And I think that that's changing pretty rapidly, and I like to think we had some impact on that. The best way I can describe it, like the first 2.5 years of doing this were like sacrifice after sacrifice. You just have to have that vision, you know, you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And sometimes that tunnel gets pretty narrow and it becomes tough. Like in the last...
You must get in fights too, because people are like, why don't you want to hang out with me anymore? You're like, I have to design my ring, okay?
My biggest goal, I just have an obsession with freedom. So it's basically just to get to a point where like I can just pretty much do what I want. Vitaly is my baby. I just want to keep growing it to a point that I can't, and then I want to have people help me keep growing it, you know. I really just like building things. You know, things where I've kind of always dreamt they would get to and will go. And yeah, I don't know, it's crazy looking back on it.
Let's do a pretend. I'm pregnant. And we're doing our baby photos. So you're like this.
Ow! My wrist doesn't bend.